Hey guys, it's Saru, and I had the opportunity to try out the upcoming online horror game called the Blackout Club. Now I'm going to keep the spoilers to a minimum and will give you my thoughts on the game so far, and as always, make sure to subscribe for more content such as this in the future. Hey guys, want to support me even further? You can join my YouTube member community here by going to any video and clicking on the join button. From there, you have various levels of membership that you can support me monthly. Think of it like Patreon minus the controversies. Alternatively, you can just go to my channel and click on the join button there. You'll get exclusive goodies like shoutouts at the end of each video, as well as shoutouts in the description, members only videos that will never go public except for those specific members, and much more. Thanks guys. So the Blackout Club. This title has been on the back of my mind for about a year, and I don't know, I've been looking forward to its development over the past few months. I've been kind of lurking in the shadows, and quite frankly, I'm surprised to see it on consoles now. So let's get started. Now, beginning the game, you start by choosing a character, or essentially customizing it as best you can with the limited amount of options that you have available, and you basically are following the whole thing. You can either do the prologue, which means that you get to see what started the whole thing for why the game exists basically, or you can skip it and do it later and then do multiplayer instead, or play by yourself, I guess, if you're lonely. So for this time around, I decided to skip it altogether and just go into the multiplayer itself to avoid any spoilers here and just work with my team. I'm going to try to be as vague as possible, but as well, you know, try to tell you guys what I think about the game. So it's a line I don't really want to cross. So choosing my weaponry and powers was cool, as I did not really see that to be a thing for this type of game. I haven't really looked into it or looked into the early access version on PC or anything. I really wanted it to be a unique experience for when I got into the game. So it doesn't just stop there. The tiers of powers go higher and higher based on the selected power you have. For example, if I have the prank call power, I can distract one of the sleepers by calling them, at least for a few seconds. But if you keep leveling up that prank call power, it actually has additional things to add into it. So I thought that was pretty cool, as it's kind of like a skill tree in a way, but not if you're into MMORPGs or RPGs in general. You're kind of used to skill trees, and you know, if you activate one power, you can buff it up if you keep putting skill points into it. So it's kind of the same thing. Now, getting into the game, each time you start a mission, it's always different. I've always loved these type of games where every time it's generated basically different. I've played lots of games where the entire map was different or the entire dungeon was different. So this time around, the missions that you're doing, and you're going into the game, you're choosing the location that you can get into, and you're only really limited to one specific area up to level 4, and then from level 4 to level 12 you're limited to another area. So the missions are procedurally generated every time, and although the map may look the same, it's always a different mission, and it's always about finding evidence basically. So now it's without spoiling things that basically a cult has moved into your neighborhood and shit is going crazy. Adults are being controlled at night for some fucking reason and sleepwalking, but don't really remember anything about it the next day. And there's something called the Shape that's overpowered like a motherfucker and can possess you until another player recovers you. Again, this is if you're playing with another player. You have 3 chances. If you get caught 3 times, you're done. So your friend has been taken and no one believes you. You're basically telling people what's going on at night, but no one really believes you. And it's only up to you and your friends to find out where she is and how to save her and all that stuff basically. So the only way that you can do that is by collecting evidence and showing the world what's happening. So you have your camera, you have your phone camera, and you're taking pictures of evidence and stuff, break-ins, secret locations, cult things. It's, if you like things like Stranger Things or Nancy Drew or stuff like that, or the Goosebumps series, or I don't know, and it's probably for you. So with that out of the way, the fact that there's an unseen threat called the Shape, you literally cannot see it whatsoever. It's invisible. It's lurking around, and it can come out of, well, basically anywhere, and the only way that you can see it is if you close your eyes in game, which has that advantage of course, but it also has a disadvantage. So if you're on the PS4 like I am, then that's triangle, and again, it has its pros and cons. Pros being basically that you can see where he's coming or where he's going to be or where he's going to be coming out of, but the cons also being that you can't really see anything around you except him or your footprints, and as well, once you open your eyes, if you ever see any lights or anything near you, then you basically go a little blind for a couple seconds and you see like little spots, basically like real life. So the game offers mazes and puzzles of sorts and locations that you need to get into, and it's hard to get into it actually, and use arsenal like foam grenades to temporarily disable cameras, or flash grenades. I don't know how kids got flash grenades, but flash grenades to temporarily disable your sleeper opponents, or tranquilizer darts to put them to sleep more than they already are, I guess, and stuff like that. Basically, you can't make any noise and you have to be as quiet as possible or you're committing a sin. At least that's what they call it in game. And any sins that you commit basically alerts the sleepers around you or alerts the shape around you. Now, the best thing about this game, however, is the fact that you can play with up to 3 other players and it's completely cooperative. Now, playing, I had lots of fright moments where a sleeper would come out of me from a closet when I was opening the closet itself, or a bathroom, or even having the shape appear in front of me out of nowhere because I wasn't paying attention. I pretty much shot myself. I would say the game is far more fun than scary, and if you're into uncovering mysteries with a little jump scare twist to it, a nice customization of skills and abilities, then this game is for you. I think personally the game is gorgeous graphically. It looks amazing. I love the way that it works. The motion blur actually doesn't get me sick and actually works really well for this game. And though I'm not really sure I can say the same about the character models themselves, I feel maybe they're a little lacking, but the whole world itself is designed beautifully. For me, I give Blackout Club a 9 out of 10. It's fun, it's repetitive, but it doesn't feel like it's boring and you're repeating the same thing over and over and over. It's almost new every time, even though it is the same map. And it's challenging as and if those who have seen my channel know, I love challenges and I love things that are difficult for me. And lastly, it allows you to play however you want in whatever playstyle you want, whether it's going to be that you're sneaky or aggressive. There is one other feature in this game that I haven't mentioned that's actually really super unique that made me really put this high score, and I've never seen this before in any other game. It's called the Enhanced Horror System, and this feature, which basically what it does is capture your voice. If you're in game and you're using the microphone in game, it captures your voice and your breath reactions, and almost in a way it uses it against you to just basically fuck with you in the game itself. I've been assured that that audio, it just stays in game, it doesn't go to any third party or anything like that. So for those of you worried about privacy, because that's the world we live in right now, that's just basically for the game itself. So basically when you dream in game, you can kind of hear an example of a recorded voice data that you have. It tries to mesh in different types of data that it has to kind of recreate your voice, sort of. It's basically all about making your experience unique, and I think that's actually pretty freaking cool. Now, the Blackout Club comes out tomorrow on July 30th, 2019 and will be available for the PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. And a special thanks to the team at Question for sending me the game to review it and give it a chance, and for giving me copies for my friends that I would be able to actually enjoy this game with and be able to review this game with. It's a great gem and I can't wait to uncover the whole mystery of the Blackout Club. Now, if you guys want more details about the game, check out this trailer.
We have no cell signal here, no internet. No one knows what's happening to us. Last night, a couple friends and I finally got proof. What is that? Some kids said that the voices in their heads claimed to be gods. When you see this, come to Red Acre. Help us.
Make sure to subscribe and click that adorable fucking bell to know when I upload a brand new video. Much love, and as always, till next time, friends.
You look like a... My husband? You look like a... Yeah,
Hello.
you... I wish I could see myself.
Don't worry, I'll put it on video.
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure it's true to life that you can actually see me doing this. Okay, cool. Bet.
Okay.
What is that? Sleep tripwire. All right.
Yeah.
Richard, look at me.
Where you at? Oh, that's what we look like.
That's what you like.
The Pudgy Man dance. The portly dance. That's how big people dance.